Lloydminster Sexual Assault Services became operational in 1983, fielding calls from women who experienced sexual violence. Over the years, our services have expanded immensely. Also, our understanding of sexual violence, that it is a human issue that impacts all cultures, genders, and age groups. Today, we would like to take you on a tour of our 1927 building, share our services, and introduce you to our dedicated staff. Welcome to LSAS.
Crisis interventionists work as part of a multidisciplinary team and are responsible for providing assessment, individual support, consultation, case management, education, and referral services for clients and their families. Our client-centered approach allows a survivor to take an active role in his or her sessions, which provides the opportunity for them to determine their goals while setting the tone and the pace of their sessions as they work through the impacts of their trauma with the support and guidance of their crisis interventionist. Even when we meet a kiddo for the very first time, we make sure that we get down to their level and say hello. Our hope is that through our services, survivors and those impacted by sexual violence will be equipped with the tools and skills to cope with the symptoms of their trauma, while having those symptoms decrease in frequency and severity over time. Common symptoms experienced by survivors may include, but are not limited to, difficulty in relationships, barriers to intimacy, and difficulties in expressing and processing emotions. Other program options are art integration, which is an approach that integrates arts and creativity as primary pathways for learning and healing, body science and the sexual behavior program, which teach children and youth about their bodies, okay versus not okay touching, and how to support children and families experiencing sexual behaviors and provide them with the tools to address these areas of development. The anger management program, which teaches individuals to recognize the signs that they are becoming angry, as well as addressing the underlying emotions and/or issues contributing to their anger, and the adult education on relationships and sexuality program, which supports adult learning and exploration of healthy sexuality and intimacy in relationships.
The Sexual Assault Response Team program, also referred to as SART, is a collaborative working group made up of team members that include RCMP, hospital, victim services, and sexual assault services. The goal of SART is to provide a cohesive response to victims and/or survivors of a recent sexual assault. Providing support to individuals in this way can help with their healing journey and increase access to services afterwards. Many times individuals can be traumatized with navigating through a recent sexual assault. Having a well-versed collaborative approach can alleviate some of the confusion. This type of support can give a sense of comfort, creating a space to encourage focus on well-being. Accessing SART can be done through various SART team members. The partner activating the team will contact the others to have a seamless response. Advocates from the Sexual Assault Services will go to the hospital or the detachment to meet with the survivor and any support people. During the advocate's time with the individual, they offer clothing, a listening ear, emotional support, advocacy, as well as addressing any issues about what the next steps may be in their healing journey. Immediate impacts following an incident of sexual violence can be flashbacks, fear, unhealthy coping skills, safety concerns, and avoidance. Follow-up calls are completed after the advocates first meet with the individuals at the hospital. This is to check in and see how they are doing. During this time, they can make referrals to our crisis intervention program or other community agencies. All staff are trained to attend a sexual assault response. Care bags are assembled. They can consist of a teddy bear to provide a sense of comfort, allowing the survivor to feel like they are not alone. Blankets are often used by clients to wrap themselves up in, creating that sense of safety and security. Clothing are also provided because at times when someone chooses to have a sexual assault kit completed, the clothing is kept as evidence. Fidgets can offer an opportunity to check out and give a sense of self-care. Snacks are a vital part of the care bags as it can take a number of hours to complete a kit. Kiddo bags are filled with similar items with an addition of coloring book, crayons, and puzzles to give a little bit of extra comfort to help during this difficult time.
Come on in, have a look around.
When children and youth have experienced difficulties in their lives and come to Lloydminster Sexual Assault Services for help, it can have moments that are in reality very difficult to process. These children and youth have shown courage, bravery, and such determination to meet challenges at such a young age. The toy room with its shelves of toys, activities, and blankets gives an opportunity for the child to make choices. What toy do I want? It's up to me. I get to pick. This special little room is where a child can come after an interview, a one-on-one session, or an educational group, and choose which item they want to keep just for them. The Little Bear Child and Youth Advocacy Centre is for children, youth, and families impacted by sexual violence. It is a warm, welcoming, and most importantly safe place to come to when reaching out for supports, when navigating the reporting, investigation, and court processes. LSAS dreamed for years of being able to provide a multidisciplinary approach to support families. That need has now been met. When a team that includes RCMP, Child and Family Services, Crown prosecutors, and advocates works together, sharing in accountability and responsibility, that is when children and families can feel supported and empowered to continue their healing journey. RCMP and Child and Family Services can conduct interviews with children and youth in a space that supports the child and family's needs, not only including the emotional supports, but with physical accessibility and even a snack if that's a need or a want. Crown prosecutors can meet with their clients at the Little Bear Advocacy Centre, assisting them in the court process. Advocates are there throughout the process, providing a caring support and by referring onto various healing options of their choice. This space is not only warm, welcoming, and safe, but it also provides a state-of-the-art digital audio-visual recording system that assists in the investigation and court process. The children and families need only tell their story once, which further reduces trauma impacts. Teens that walk through the doors of LSAS have a space to call their own, a space to provide diversion, restoration, and enjoyment. The teen space at LSAS is furnished with a television and gaming system, video games and movies, gaming chairs, a candy bar, curtains, and a popcorn machine. These items provide a welcome and fun respite from coping with some big challenges. Teens who may be receiving services with a crisis interventionist, accessing court support, interviews with the RCMP or a Crown prosecutor may be dealing with a whole range of pretty big emotions. The teen space provides an opportunity to let go, even for just a little bit. Whether it's eating a sweet and salty treat, playing a game, watching a movie, or just curling up in a warm and fuzzy blanket, sometimes it's good to just be a kid and take those little moments to heal and be sheltered.
Our police and court program provides assistance and advocacy to survivors and their families in navigating the court system. We provide information about the court process and explore questions and concerns that they might have about it. We also provide accompaniment to court proceedings and other court-related meetings and appointments. This means that an advocate from LSAS plus a support person will attend the meetings with a Crown prosecutor and go to any other court dates, providing emotional support and crisis support during a potentially difficult time. Snacks, games, fidgets, we bring a bag of resources to help children, youth, and families through their journey. During the court preparation session here at LSAS, safety planning, debriefing court outcomes, and discussing legal appointments are some of the few things that are covered. Support is given to survivors, their families, in any victim services requests. That may include anywhere from paperwork information and completion, and as well as practical support in accessing financial aid and restitution. The program ensures that survivors and their families are well supported throughout the entire process, with referrals and advocacy to different community resources and services.
The Mindfully Moving program is a trauma-informed yoga practice that allows participants to create a unity of the self. This program will provide survivors of trauma a means of becoming reacquainted with their bodies, help them become grounded in the present moment, and allow them to explore the benefits of mindfulness as they flow breath to movement in guided practice and meditation. This gives a space for survivors to regain a sense of comfort and ease within their own body, to process nonverbal feelings that transcend language, and to experientially cultivate gratitude toward the body, which serves as a reminder of one's resilience. Some other benefits include, but are not limited to, finding peace and healing, exploration and strengthening, establishing connections and boundaries, deepening trust, reducing PTSD symptoms, increasing coping skills, the recognition of choices, and the ability to be more expressive during counseling. Mindfully Moving program can be one-on-one or in a group setting. We have options for all ages. The program thrives to be accessible for all body types. Contact the agency to learn more about how yoga can support you on your healing journey.
EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique and is often referred to as tapping. A good way to think about EFT is to think of it as emotional acupuncture, just no needles involved. It works by tapping on various meridian points of the body. EFT can be helpful with relaxation, reducing stress, anxiety, depression, PTSD, and is a fast way to shift our fight, flight, or freeze fear responses.
At LSAS, we provide a variety of engaging opportunities to encourage positive connection with service providers, schools, and organizations in Lloydminster and surrounding communities. Our focus is to support these connections through raising awareness about sexual violence, friend and family relationships, and today's issues that our children and youth might face. The presentations and training provide information and resources using a combination of tools such as lectures, PowerPoint presentations, group discussions, media resources, and handouts. Our public education presentations available to children and youth pre-K to grade 12 are Okay versus Not Okay Touch, Bullying, Friendship, Internet Safety, Healthy Relationships, Self-Esteem, Behind the Smoke Lighting Up Coping Skills. These topics are presented using a lecture style but also include fun videos and interactive learning throughout. Educational opportunities for adults such as parents, college students, service providers, and teachers include child and youth bullying, organizational profile, relationships, okay versus not okay touches, sexual behaviors and handling disclosures, compassion and connection. Attending an LSAS workshop has numerous benefits, including improving communication skills, gaining new knowledge, networking with others, and renewing motivation and confidence. The workshops we offer at LSAS are Child Sexual Abuse Workshop, Adult Sexual Abuse Workshop, Teaching Boundaries and Consent Workshop, and First Responders to Sexual Assault and Abuse Training. Group programming is on an as-needed referral basis. The groups that can be participated in consist of 6 to 10 participants over a 6 to 8 week period. These programs offer topics that provide opportunities for individuals to increase personal skills and to make healthier choices. Group programs available at LSAS include Girls Empowerment, Boys Empowerment, Adult Life Enhancement, Trauma-Informed Yoga. Through facilitating group programs, participants have expressed that these programs have provided them with a fun and supportive atmosphere where they could come together with others to connect and learn how to build healthy relationships and learn effective problem-solving skills. Overall, those who participate in our presentations or groups walk away with increased knowledge on the prevalency of sexual violence, skills on how to respond, the importance of healthy relationships and communication, as well as how to access our services.
The reason we would offer trainings and workshops to the community is it gives us an opportunity to partner with other organizations, whether that's locally or provincially. So some of our programs end up going pretty widespread. For example, the First Responders to Sexual Assault and Abuse training is through our association in Calgary, and lots of sexual assault centers across the province end up facilitating this program. The benefit to being able to do that is it's the same language, the same messages that are being given not only within Lloydminster, but province-wide. So TBC, the Teaching Boundaries and Consent Workshop, is a Canada Post Foundation grant funded initiative. And the reason that we wanted to develop this program was to give parents and caregivers and service providers tools, activity ideas, ways to explore how we can connect and engage children and youth on the topics of boundaries, consent, relationships, and sexual intimacy. So we started researching, we did a survey, and we really just looked at consent from a whole perspective versus just the sober, enthusiastic yes. So parents and caregivers, those who take the Teaching Boundaries and Consent workshop, can expect to receive a manual filled with information, research, statistics on the benefits of talking about the private parts, the body from head to toe, how to know and understand when we're ready to engage in sexual activity. And within that, there are lists of videos, books, activities they can do for themselves or with their kids and with their teenagers. The First Responders to Sexual Assault and Abuse program started in 2008, funded by the Status of Women Canada. The Sexual Assault Centre here started facilitating the program in 2011. So we offer about 2 to 3 workshops per year with approximately 20 participants. And within that workshop, participants can expect to learn about how to effectively respond to disclosures of sexual violence from children, youth, and adults. And they also look deeply into the myths and stereotypes that perpetuate sexual violence and how come that stays silent. So we do tend to offer and organize workshops, whether it's in this space or in different community partner organizations and spaces as well. So if there's anybody that's looking to host a workshop and want one of the Teaching Boundaries and Consent workshops or the First Responders training, then we would be open to working with that organization and bringing the information to them.
Thank you for joining us today and for your interest in LSAS. If ever in need of our services, please know there is help, there is hope, and more importantly, there is healing. Take care.